Hello, everybody. My name is Bilal Brohi. Welcome to a brand new series on the Pitch in Time podcast. The whole idea of this one is not to sit down one on one with like a guest or someone that I'm interviewing, but instead I want to take you through my digital DJing setup. Most of the time I'm playing on CDJs. That's a story for another day. But most people don't have access to CDJs at home, especially when they're starting off and they get like MIDI controller or like some kind of controller for Serato or Record Box or Traktor. Some even do Ableton Live, but that's not what I'm going to cover today. Today I'm going to talk strictly about Traktor because that's my go-to platform. It's the same concepts can go over to Record Box and Serato or whatever other platform you use. But for today's sake, we're going to stick to Traktor. The thing is that I keep telling people you can train a monkey how to mix. There's no science to it. And even if there is a little bit of a learning curve, it's something you can get down in a matter of hours. How you choose to sort of evolve within the tools that you get is really up to you. That's what differentiates one person to the next. I mean, there's a starting point where everyone should be at. Like, there's a bare basic that you need to know. But sky's the limit. You can take it to any extent when it comes to creativity between your transitions, transitioning between genres, how you change tempo, or how you approach the idea of switching between a genre which has a drastic change in tempo. I generally don't do that. I stick to kind of like the same neighborhood, like a plus minus 2-3 BPM range. Although there are a lot of tunes that I sort of, older tunes which would be 130, 132 BPM that I'd pitch down. I'll elaborate more on that later. But generally, the output is between like 120 or 119 till about 123.5. Mostly, I'd never really go above that. I'd like to stick between 121 and 123. That's really my go-to zone. But if I am warming up the night, I'll go a little bit lower and take my time to get to the tempo where it's a little more grimy. And yeah, so today I'm going to talk to you about my digital DJing setup for Traktor, how I use it, what mixer I use, what controllers I use. I'll run you through them. It's pretty standard. All mixers have the same functionality. You can use your choice of whether you use a mixer or whether you use a controller. Those DDJs are getting a lot of traction these days. Before that, the Traktor S series controllers were getting a lot of traction. All are good choices. There's not really any bad choice in this. It's not about the tool so much as what you do. Like I was saying earlier, you can train a monkey how to mix, but what to play and when to play it, what the audience kind of is asking for, how they're going to react to certain things, that's really all on you. That's what you bring to the table. I've been to parties where I've entered the place at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and people are playing banging music. And the response on the floor is not hot at all. It's very cool. In fact, people are standing in corners. It's a little bit awkward. And the reason I feel that happens is because you haven't really warmed the night up. You've sort of just dived straight into the deep end. And I get that. I understand that people that are, at least in this part of the world, they don't get many opportunities to play out. And when you do get that chance to play out, you don't want to be labeled as someone who only plays a certain kind of music. So you want to give it your all every chance you get. But that in itself isn't the correct approach either. Because consider this. You go to an event at 9 o'clock at night and they're playing banging music, but there's nobody on the floor. So it feels a little bit weird. You're just like, do I kind of not like this music, or is this place not for me? Why? It just does not connect. It doesn't flow. What you need to be doing at that time is warming the crowd up. And you warm them up with warmer sounds, and you don't just go straight to scalding hot or banging or peak time. You kind of warm them up gradually. You bring the tempo up from something which is much slower. So I'd suggest deeper tunes, housey tunes which have more organic sounds in them, so that people can at least start getting into the flow of the night and then eventually decide, well, there's no decision to it actually, I digress. Then eventually when they get that release, it counts. I mean, you can either keep jumping zones or you can sort of glide into this area where everyone's very euphoric. And that's what kind of does it for me. I wouldn't say that there's any wrong or right in this, because everyone has their own approach, everyone has their own, it's very subjective. But there definitely is certain kind of impact that one situation has compared to the next. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let me show you my rig. Let's go through the basics.
In the studio, you trust the process. You tweak, refine, and push boundaries, always with an ear for what's next. At Block Bytes Capital, we approach crypto investing the same way. No hype, no chaos, just clarity, consistency, and disciplined performance. Built by a team deep in the blockchain scene since 2016, we create smart, low to mid-risk portfolios that let your capital work while you focus on creating. From long-term strategies to monthly payout systems, every product is engineered with precision and backed by active risk management. Legally compliant, transparent, secure, and always aligned with your goals. Culture moves fast, so should your money. Block Bytes Capital. Invest like a builder. Grow like an innovator.
All right, everyone, let's go through it. On my left and right, these are two Native Instruments Traktor X1s. This in the middle is a Rain MP 2015. It's a rotary style digital mixer, but it's very, very versatile, which is why I absolutely love this, although it has no effects on it. So this over here is my transport section. By transport, I mean play, pause, cue, sync, repeat, push the beat up, push it down, or skip a beat forward, skip it back, any tempo things that need to be done. Moving up from there, this is where I kind of control what happens with my loops. So track 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? That's what's happening. Track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4. Above that, this is my effects section, and however you want to sort of lay those effects out. Coming onto the mixer, which is like the heart of every setup. Right here on top is the master section. So like all the audio going to the front of house and to the main speakers, that's controlled by this. So this would be what's going to my booth, how much I hear, how loud it is. This is going to the main. Right up on top over here, there is a input selector, which I could choose input 1, input 2, CDJs, phono, which is normally for vinyl, and aux, which could be like a return of some kind, where I could have some kind of external effects coming back in. Then this is my gain section. You should keep it so you're still in the green area. Try not to go in the yellow and the red. We'll talk a little more about gain staging as we go on, but let me run through this first. This is my first channel strip. There's a high EQ, mid EQ, low EQ. Then there's a filter which I can choose to engage or disengage. This is on high pass right now, and this would be on low pass, and this would be band pass, which goes from low to high. I generally use only high pass. There's very rare situations where I'd use a low pass. Sometimes I would with a combination of resonance, but more on that later. Then this is my main volume knob, which would be a fader with most mixers. Before we get into everything about in the realm of DJing, we need to learn how to count time. Time is something which is fundamental to all things music, right? There's pitch and there's time. I mean, no pun intended. But generally, here's what it is. With dance music, everything is, it's called 4 on the floor, right? So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason you do that is because there's about 4 beats in a bar. And in those 4 beats, you can be counting 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the beats that are happening, right? What you got to learn how to do mostly is learn how to count a bar, find the first beat. When you're playing back music, it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's normally up to you counting up to 32 or 64. They're all multiples of 4. So there's, let's say, a bar of 4, and there's 4 of those bars. So now you're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 16 beats. So easier than that becomes counting a little larger. So if I double my count, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That makes it easier for me to count and easier to understand.